What is up, everybody? This is Lyle with No Hippie Trucking and Transport Wannabe. Hopefully, pretty soon we'll be able to get that wannabe off the end of my channel name, as I am headed to orientation with Prime in a few days. Before I left, I speak to a couple different truckers on the phone, and they know that I'm kind of invested in real estate and am a mortgage banker. So we've kind of spoke about why I believe that everybody in general, but since this is kind of a trucking channel, why I think that over-the-road truckers need to own real estate, whether they actually are on the road all the time or not. First of all, before we get into this, I've been invested in real estate since the mid-90s. I'm still eating off the money that I made on some of that real estate back that long ago. And one of the reasons I believe that over-the-road truck drivers need to be invested in real estate, even if it's just bought as a rental, or if you keep it as a personal residence, is that you're just going to make so much money off of real estate that you will never be able to save as much money as you'll be able to make owning property in real estate. So you can tell me, a lot of you guys that are watching this video potentially have been driving for years and years and years, and one thing you can tell me is, or one thing that you can't tell me, is that you can save money at a faster rate than the equity in real estate is made over a number of years. So I just wanted to kind of go over some figures. A lot of times when I'm on the phone speaking to a few different truckers, I don't have the figures written out, so a lot of these things are hypothetical. So I'm going to be speaking about my personal mortgage. I was just about to mail this mortgage payment off, and I figured it would be a perfect time to go over these numbers. So these numbers are going to be based on Colorado. There are some markets in the country that are just not great markets to invest in, so you would have to check your local real estate market. Easy way to do that is just Google, housing appreciation in whatever certain city that you live in. Obviously, home prices are going to vary from city to city. I'm in Colorado. Average house out here is about $375,000. So the figures I'm going to be going over are based on my house, and for the most part, you could probably, if you're not stepping up on a house like this, if it's less money, you could probably just divide it by half, or if you're going higher, you could change the figures like that. Anyway, let's go over these figures that I have here. So anyway, me and my wife own a house that is worth about $475,000 right now. We bought this house about 2 years ago. Since we bought it, the house has gone up about $50,000. Now, the housing market is going to change. It's going to go up and down, depending on, what's going on with the economy and everything. So my figures are going to be based on a very conservative 5% appreciation, which is very low for Colorado, but it might be standard across the board. So here's how money is going to be made just by owning a house. So a lot of people say, I'm just throwing money away. Let's take a look at these numbers. So at $475,000 value on this house, at 5% equity a year, you are looking at $23,700 in equity a year, which has kind of been the average. So we bought it a couple of years ago. It's gone up $50,000, so that's holding true, and that's actually low for Colorado. We were hitting like 13-14% appreciation over the last few years. So first of all, just by owning this house, you're making an additional $23,700 a year based on my mortgage. Our mortgage payment is $2,393 a month. Of that $2,393 a month, we have the payment broke down to principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. pretty much basic for every mortgage. But here's where a savings comes in that a lot of people don't think about. Out of that $2,393 a month, as of right now, $793 of that payment goes towards principal. Anytime you make a principal reduction on your loan, that is like putting money in your pocket. So if you take $739 a month, and that number is going to increase as you pay this loan down, but let's just use a static 739. That's $8,868 a year that you're basically putting in the bank. So if you take that 8868, add that to your equity that you made, the 23,700, which is going to be increasing every month. Now, if we go into a recession, these things are going to change, but recessions don't last forever. And coming out of recessions, you're usually going to even be making more money, but let's just stick with the numbers. That means every year you're basically saving $32,568 based at a market valuation of $475,000. Now listen, if you don't have a house that's $475,000, let's say you cut that in half, just cut these numbers in half, and that's going to give you the amount of passive income that you have. So we have $32,568 that you're going to be saving a year. Take that over 4 years. So you just buy a house for 4 years, $475,000 valuation. You will put $130,000 in your pocket based on those figures. And those aren't play around figures. You know, me and my wife bought a house about 2011, paid $180,000 for it, sold it for $337,000, took the money that we made off of that house, paid off our other rental property that we have right now. So all the money that's coming in off of that property is just 100% profit. So when I'm talking about this real estate stuff like that, some of you guys know I was a mortgage banker. I'm not passionate about being a mortgage banker, which is why I'm getting out of the business to become a truck driver, but I am passionate about real estate and what it can do for you. So anyway, listen, if you're a truck driver and you have some money sitting around, or you think it's better for you to rent, or you think it's better for you to just run and not own any property, hopefully these figures will give you a reason to actually step out and get some property, because if you're not getting property, you're basically throwing some money away. Anyway, I'd like to thank you guys for stopping by No Hippie Trucking and Transport. Listen, if you're into that cooking lifestyle, I have another YouTube channel by the name of No Hippie Barbecue and Cooking. Run by there, take a look at what I got. I'm going to be doing some cooking on the road once I get out there by myself. So we're going to be keeping that channel up and humming.